Power morning, everyone. Welcome to the Joliver Mapilas Academy uh, review. So, ang hangarin po namin ay dumami pa yung mga brokers sa real estate industry kasi ang real estate industry is now facing a very big social issue, which is the housing backlog. So palaki ng palaki ang housing backlogs in the Philippines. And we know we need the people who will be the drivers of the economy. Kasi yung mga real estate developers, technically they are honing their crops para mabuo yung buong real estate development. Pero kailangan nila ng tulong. Tulong mula sa mga sales and marketing people na magpupush ng kanilang mga inventory. Because at the end of the day, siyempre as real estate developer, kailangan nila ng financing. Pero para ma-achieve yun, dapat meron silang mga kliyente na bibili. So yun ang role ng real estate broker. And I hope lahat tayo dito, we all have that mindset to help the industry by bringing in more people na magko-contribute sa real estate sector ng ating bansa. So as review introduction, so I will share with you the program of the real estate broker examination. So ito yung galing sa PRC. So 7 to 7:45 AM mga na yan, general instruction. Pero dapat 6 o'clock or 6:30 AM nandun na po kayo sa mismong area kung saan kayo mag-e-exam. Normally, nagbibigay sila ng school. Hindi ko pa alam kasi kung may online na ngayon ang PRC. Pero normally pupunta ka sa school kung saan ka mag-e-exam. So ipapaskill nila yon either online or sa mismong PRC din para malaman mo kung saan ka magte-take ng board exam. So nahahati sa tatlo yung real estate broker examination. The general fundamentals, the special and technical knowledge, and the professional practice. Kung mapapansin niyo ang general fundamentals 8 to 10, normally 100 items yan, and that is equivalent to 25%. Then 11 to 1 PM, may konting break lang doon, isang oras na pagla-lunch. Ang ginagawa ng PRC, doon ka nakakain sa loob ng classroom. So magdala tayo ng pang-lunch natin. Pagkatapos noon, you will take the special and technical knowledge, 25%. So whatever is your score, iwi-weigh yon 25% ng board exam. Tapos yung pinakauli, the professional practice, which is 2 to 6 PM, so 4 hours siya. That comprise 50% ng ating board exam. So ito yung breakdown. So I want you to concentrate on this kasi ang isa sa mga mali ng mga nagre-review, basa lang sila ng basa without understanding kung ano ba yung scope ng board exam. Although ideally dapat yung distribution ng mga tanong ay based kung sa ilan number of subjects per area. Kunyari, general fundamentals, 4 yan. Ideally, yung 100 items yan, i-divide sa 25. Pero I know, in practice, hindi naman nangyayari yan. Pero at least, para mag-gauge mo kung ready ka o hindi ready, you need to have a knowledge about the fundamentals of property ownership, code of ethics and responsibilities, legal requirements of real estate service, most especially the 9646 or the Real Estate Service Act, the real estate laws and taxation. So it's very important. Yung taxation, nandiyan na rin yung mga sample computation. Don't worry, we will guide you along the way sa mga sample computation. Hindi naman sila ganun kahirap. Tapos yung ibang mga basic laws like agri-law, Harper, 7160, 8424, and etc. So that comprises the general fundamentals ng board exam. The next area is the special and technical knowledge. So yung PD 957, the subdivision development, the BP 220, yung 7279, which is the UDHA, urban development. law yun, presidential decree, condominium concept and other types of real estate holding, the legal aspect of sale, mortgage and lease, documentation and registration. Tapos sa professional practice naman, real estate brokerage practice, real estate finance and economics, urban and land use, planning, development and zoning, basic principles of ecology, and basic appraisal of real estate brokers. I believe the real estate review institutions are giving this So may libro sila. Can you tell me kahit isa or dalawa lang kung saan sila nagre-review currently?
Phil Center po.
Okay, you're from maganda, Miss Donna, maganda yung mga review materials ng Phil Center. So make sure you cover it up. Tapos insightful yung mga kwento diyan ng ating professor diyan. So minsan kasi yung mga kwento, yun yung nagbibigay sa iyo ng confidence at nagpapa-focus sa iyo on the things that you have to focus on. Kasi based on my experience, ang pagre-review hindi lang puro pagbasa You really have to know the ins and outs, paano mag-isip yung board, di ba yung examiner, paano siya gumawa ng examination, ano yung practice nila. It's very important. Kaya dun sa Phil Center, maganda yung mga insights nila about the teachers, about the PRB res members kung paano sila magbigay ng board exam. So I will share another screen. Ito na yung actual review natin for today. So para at least meron tayong takeaway for today. Our yung sample ng pagre-review natin will be question and answer na. Because I believe you are currently you're currently enrolled on review institution. Sila hihimay-himayin nila based on the subject areas na dapat pag-aralan. Pero sa actual board exam kasi, strike anywhere na yan You do not know kung anong subject ba particular yon. So, hahayaan ko na yon sa review institution. Maybe in the future, we can also integrate that. Pero for now, magko-concentrate na ako kumbaga sa mismong battleground na. So that you will have an understanding kung ano ba yung mga lumalabas sa board exam. I call this the reverse engineering method. So I go directly to the question and answer, and eventually pag hindi ko siya naiintindihan, babalikan ko yung mga references. Ngayon, pinakamabilis, you just have to Google it kung saan ba nanggaling yung mga ganong klaseng tanong. And eventually, pag ginugoogle mo kasi yan, mariretain na sa'yo. And by the way, you don't have to record this. Magpo-provide kami later on ng lahat ng mga recorded. So, i-edit pa namin para yung at least 3 weeks before your board exam, ito na rin yung magiging refresher natin. Para kasi ang isang technique sa board exam, yung photographic memory. Pag dumaan kasi sa mata mo yung mga tanong at sagot, most likely madali mo siyang ma-retain. So yung last 3 weeks natin sa pagbo-board exam will be concentrating on the refresher, on the question and answer na we believe mas laki ang chance na lumabas sa ating exam. Sa exam kasi, meron ding lumalabas na mga trivia, mga ilan-ilan, tsaka current events. Yun, kagaya nung sa real estate consultant. Napansin ko kasi yung mga items sa real estate consultant, sa real estate appraiser, and sa real estate broker, may mga items na lumabas din across all Ang isang trivia na mali ako, tinanong saan daw ang Boracay. Hindi, ang alam ko lang kasi noong pumunta kami ng Boracay, bumaba kami ng Katiklan Airport. Pero ang Boracay pala nasa Malay. So I want you to take note this. Malay ang Boracay. Kasi there are so many instances sa board exam, lumabas ito several years back. Tapos nung nag-board exam kami last time sa real estate consultant, lumabas na naman. Kasi ang PRC, meron kasi yung tinatawag na test bank. So yung mga question and answer nasa test bank na yan, nasa database na nila yan. So randomly they pick up questions. So possibly na yung mga lumabas few years back sa board exam lalabas din ngayon. Dahil paulit-ulit lang naman ang tanong eh. Siyempre very logical naman na hindi na nila itatype ulit yon. So meron na silang pinaglalagyan nun, tapos they pick it up. Tapos pag pick nila, more or less sinasala pa nila. So chances are pwedeng maulit yung mga tanong noon. Ang totoo niyan, may mga tanong na ni-review sa amin during our broker's exam, pero nakita ko yung exam na yon after 3 years or 2 years nung nag-exam ako ng real estate appraiser. Sa real estate appraiser lumabas. Tapos may mga tanong ng brokers and appraiser na lumabas during the consultant. So it only shows na talagang may mga test bank na kinukuhanan lang para sa mga board examination natin. So let's go to the first item. So nag-prepare muna ako ng 25 items which I believe mga 18 points to sa 25 items na to na lalabas sa board exam. I'm confident na malaki ang chance na maraming lumabas dito. Although hindi naman exactly 18, pero definitely sa first 25 na to, maraming lalabas sa inyong board exam. So let's take the first question. Pwede bang gawin natin interactive para may sasagot? Can we call? Di ba okay lang mamali kasi ako based on experience, yung mga minali ko during the review, yon ang mga tinama ko during the exam. Kasi pag namali ka, hindi mo naman mali, hindi mo siya masyadong okay, pasensya na. Na-disconnect ako. Engineer Mike, naririnig na ako?
Yes sir, narinig na. Nawala kanina.
Oo nga. Can we ask sa mga mag-exam to answer yung number 1? Kasi okay lang na mamali. Sabi ko nga, based on our experience, yung mga minali ko during the review, yun yung mga lumabas na tinama ko during the board exam. Kaya mas maganda nga mamali ka. So, pwede tayo mag-ask from the group. Ito naman mga basic lang na I know you can answer. Itong number 1 na to, I'm very sure at least 3 of these choices lalabas yan sa board exam. So, yung mga definition ng yan. So, you have to take note of this first item. 3 dyan, lalabas sa board exam. I'm confident. Hindi kasi pwedeng hindi lumabas yan eh. Because these are the very fundamentals. So, meaning 3 over 400, may score ka na. So, siguro tawagan natin si Donna. Miss Donna, can you read and try to answer number 1?
A duly registered and licensed natural person who works in a local government unit and performs appraisal and assessment of real estate properties, including plants, equipments, and machineries, essentially for taxation purposes. A. Real estate appraiser. B. Real estate consultant. C. Real estate broker. D. Real estate assessor. And E. Real estate salesperson. The answer is real estate assessor.
Yon. Ito lalabas to. I have a very good definitely kasi hindi pwedeng hindi lumabas yan. Because it differentiates assessor sa appraiser. Although by definition, yung ginagawa kasi ng appraiser is the same as sa ginagawa ng assessor. It's just that the real estate assessor is from the government sector. So they assess properties, they assess the value. Ang real estate appraiser on a private practice siya. So I guess everyone agrees naman that the answer is real estate assessor. So take note, may ano na kayo, may isang correct answer na kayo. Yan, sige, tawagin natin yung taga-I Academy, sino? Sino yung taga-I Academy kanina? Nahiyata. Saglit, check natin. Si Ma'am ano ata yan eh. Nawala ba ako? Engineer Mike, naririnig ako?
Yes, sir. Maliwanag.
Sige. Tawagin na lang natin si Jayan. Sige. Miss Jayan, can you read question number 2?
Okay po. Number 2, a duly registered and licensed natural person who, for a professional fee, compensation, or other valuable consideration, offers or renders professional advice and judgment on the acquisition, enhancement, preservation, utilization, or disposition of lands or improvements thereon, and the conception, planning, management, and development of real estate projects. The answer would be real estate consultant.
Yan. So this is, ang keyword dito is professional advice and judgment. The one who give professional advice and judgment for the acquisition, development, or management of real estate projects is the real estate consultant. So yan. May dalawang sagot na kayo. Kanina, di ba, din sa assessor, government. Balikan natin ha. Government unit performing appraisal. So ang keyword doon is the government. So ang tawag doon, mga assessor, real estate assessor. So dito, professional advice and judgment. Lalabas din yan sa board exam, definitely. Number 3. Sige, tawagin natin si Julina. Julina, can you read it?
A duly accredited natural person who performs service for and in behalf of real estate broker who is registered and licensed by the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service for or in expectation of a share in the commission, professional fee, compensation, or other valuable consideration. The answer is real estate salesperson.
Ayan, sigurado rin lalabas yan. So the keyword here is perform service in behalf of a broker. So kung ano man yung ginagawa ni broker na pagbibenta or real estate service, on behalf of the broker, siya ang gumagawa. So the answer is real estate salesperson. By the way, automatic to kasi no choice naman sila. These are the fundamentals, kaya talaga lalabas sa board exam. So yung first 3 questions nun, malaki ang chance na lalabas yung first 3 na yan. Sige, pili tayo kay si Miss Maika. Miss Maika? Nasa labas ata si Maika. Sige. Sige, medyo si Sir Christian na lang. Sir Christian!
Okay, sir. Okay, question number 4. A duly registered and licensed natural person who, for a professional fee, commission, or other valuable consideration, acts as an agent in a real estate transaction to offer, advertise, solicit, lease, promote, mediate, negotiate, or effect the meeting of the minds on the sale, purchase, exchange, mortgage, lease, or joint venture, or other similar transactions on real estate for any interest therein. So, real estate broker, the answer, Sir Joliver.
Yeah. Ano yan? Dapat yan, hindi nyo imamali yan. Kasi yun talaga trabaho natin. For a professional fee, commission, or other valuable consideration, acts as an agent. A broker is an agent in the real estate transaction. By the way, when I took the 3 board exams, the real estate broker, appraiser, and the consultant, lahat to lumabas. Lalo na sa broker. Sa appraiser, lumabas din yan. Pero sa appraiser, parang ang lumabas kung nagkakamali yung real estate appraiser, real estate assessor, tsaka real estate broker. Nung sa consultant, kung di ako nagkakamali, dalawa dyan ang lumabas. Yung consultant and real estate appraiser ata. So, kasi part yun ng mga fundamentals ng real estate. So, meron na tayong 4 questions na malaki ang chance na lalabas sa board exam. Number 5, sino ba si Ma'am Marieta. Yan, Ma'am Marieta.
Yes, sir. A duly registered and licensed natural person who for a professional fee, compensation or other valuable consideration perform or render or offer to perform services in estimating and arriving at an opinion of an expert real estate values such service which shall be finally rendered by the preparation of report in acceptance written form. Real estate appraiser, sir, ang answer po.
Ayun. So, estimation of value. So, perform services in estimating and arriving at an opinion or act as an expert of real estate value. So, that is a real estate appraiser. So, 5 points na tayo. Namali lang yung ano dyan. Edit ko lang. It's here. Yan. Dito natin. Yan. So the answer is real estate appraiser. Okay, number 6. Ito. Dapat lalabas to, definitely. Hindi pwedeng hindi lumabas to. Lalo na broker's exam. Si Mucha. Nandiyan ba si Angelo?
Yes po. Incorporate practice of real estate service. There shall be at 1 licensed real estate broker for every 20 accredited salesperson.
The answer is
Letter B po.
20. Okay. So, take note nito sigurado lalabas ito sa board exam. Hindi pwedeng hindi. So, these are the provisions na talagang hina-highlight nila. Ito medyo ano to. Sino maglalakas loob? Si Pamela, yan. Hi, Pamela.
Hi, sir.
Sige. What is PRB Res, no?
What is PRB Res?
Sige.
I think
Mas
it's,
maganda.
sir,
Sige. Ano sagat?
Philippine Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service, sir.
Yan, yes.
C.
Letter?
C?
Yan. Sige, tingnan natin, ha?
Or
Letter C. So, ito lumabas to, during our exam. Talagang nililito lang tayo, eh. So, tingnan nyo, nagpalit lang yung regulating. Ganito po sila magbigay ng board exam. So, may mga ganyang questions na nililito lang tayo. So, dito, regulating, regulation, regulatory. So, ako kung hindi ko alam, halimbawa lang, para magamit nyo as skill in elimination. Kung hindi ko alam ang sagot dito, most likely sa unang tingin, ang pwedeng sagot lang dyan is either C or D. Kasi naulit yung regulatory. So, gano'n lang mag-eliminate. Alin ang naiba o alin ang nagkapareho. So, panlito nila, normally, parehas yung similarity. So, regulatory. So, either C or D. Pero mas maganda, syempre, alam niyo yung sagot. Alam niyo na it's Philippine Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. What I'm telling you here is, in case you don't know the answer, you have to know how to use the batibot method. Ito nakakatawa lang. Pero during our real estate appraiser exam, sabi nga nung mga kasama kong board exam, buti na lang na ituro mo si batibot. So may mga time na hindi namin alam yung sagot, pero through the batibot method, makikita namin at least 50-50 chance na tama yung sagot. So dito, pinandito na niya regulatory board pero real estate service and real estate salesperson. Definitely, real estate salesperson is very specific. Hindi naman to pang broker lang. I mean, they're talking about the salesperson pero we are in the real estate service. So most likely, letter C talagang sagot kung hindi mo alam. So ito isang mga trick questions, especially when you don't know the abbreviation. Pati yung PRC, ito paki-note nyo na lang, wala kasi sa ano na to. Kindly take note. Ano ang meaning ng PRC? Lumalabas yan sa board exam. Yung meaning niya sa Tagalog, ano ang Tagalog ng PRC at ano ang English equivalent ng PRC. So kindly take note this, tapos i-search nyo. Kaya na lang, para at least pag lumabas sa board exam. Lumabas yun sa board exam. Anong ibig sabihin ng PRC? Pero I believe, tinagalog. Ano ang Tagalog version ng PRC? Yan. Oh, sige. Sino ang pwedeng sumagot nito? Si Sir Arjun. Sir Arjun? Sir Arjun?
Hello, sir.
Can you answer number 8?
Who is the chairperson of Prevde? I'm alam po si Ophelia Binag.
Yan si Miss Ophelia Binag. So, currently kasi, meron tayong isang chairperson at 3 na members. Pero, sa nakalagay sa Real Estate Service Act, there should be 1 chairperson and 4 board members. So take note yun yun lalabas yun sa board exam. Ito maaaring hindi. Pero during the time of the past chairperson, lumabas yun sa board exam. Tinanong sino ang chairperson of PRB-RES. Pero yung composition of the board, which is 1 chairperson, paki-take note, 1 chairperson plus 4 members should comprise, should be the composition of PRB-RES. Okay? So, si Miss Ophelia Binag ang currently chairperson ng PRB-RES. Okay. Sino kaya? Sino pa hindi natin? Si Dinaya. Hello, Dinaya.
Sir, hindi daw po makaimig at may baby.
Okay. Sige. Nag-message na, no? Advance na yung message niya. Hindi ko kasi nakikita lahat itong screen ko. Sir Mike, pwede ikaw tumawag?
Si ano na sir, si Sir Perseus magbo-board exam na eh.
Okay, si Sir Perseus. Sir Perseus.
Number 9, sir.
Yes, sir.
Refers to any natural or juridical person engaged in the business of developing real estate development project for his or own account and offering them for sale. Hindi ko ako sure eh. Real estate developer.
Yeah. The real estate developer. So, ganun lang naman. Pag hindi ka sure. Ako rin kanina kasi meron din real estate dealer dito eh. So, kukunin mo lang real estate development. So, that's the keyword. So, real estate developer. Okay. Yan. This is another form nung unang question kanina. So, nangyayari ito po sa board exam. Nangyari ito nung board exam. Hindi ko lang matandaan kung broker or sa appraiser. Same, ganun lang din, pero ibang form lang ng tanong. So, can we have, sino ba?
Ako, sir.
Sige,
Try.
sige. Okay.
About number 10 po, refers to an official in the local government unit who performs appraisal and assessment of real properties, including plants, equipment, and machineries for taxation purposes. Valuer.
Valuer. So, dito, actually, technically, they are a valuer. Valuer naman talaga sila. Pero, specific for local government unit. So, unofficial. So,
Pwede rin po kasi yung assessor.
yeah, so it should be assessor. Kasi ang term na ginamit dito, official in the local government unit. Pero technically, an assessor is a valuer and an appraiser. Actually, same lang din naman yun. Iba, kumbaga synonymous lang, valuer and appraiser. So ganito mag-trick ang board exam. Pareha naman tama ang sagot, pero dahil in-specific nila yung official in the local government unit, so ang magiging sagot is assessor. So most likely, lalabas to sa board exam.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Alam mo, Carl, hindi mo na imamali to. Ganyan din ako noon eh. Yung mga minali ko noon, lumabas sa board exam. I'm very grateful na namali ako dun sa mga unang take ko ng mga mock review. Kasi nung lumabas yun sa board exam, tama na ako. Yung mga tinama kong iba dahil natsambahan ko lang, ayun, hindi ko rin nasagot na tama during the board exam.
Thank you po.
Ito. So, ako na sasagot dahil binanggit na natin kanina, composition of the board of PRB. Yes. By the way, itong mga tanong na kinompile ko po, ito'y galing sa iba't ibang review center. At yung iba, mock exam pa. Kasi yung lahat ng mga review center, normally, nagpapadala yan ng questions sa boards. Tapos yung board, either they have the choice kung isasama nila or ilalagay nila sa test bank nila. So these are reviewers from na kinompile natin. Meron tayong kinompile na around 3,000 questions, which I believe pag na-master mo yung 3,000 questions, dalawa lang bagay yon. Either you top the board exam or you just pass the board exam. You're not going to fail. Basta i-review mo lang by heart yung 3,000 questions na meron tayo. So that is our goal. Hanggang matapos yung review natin, makapag-intake tayo ng around 3,000 questions. Pag na-intake mo yung 3,000 questions, madali na yung board exam sa iyo. At least ngayon, meron tayong 25 questions na yung 25 na yon minsan, sa loob yung mga choices doon, pag inaral mo rin yung ibang choices at inalam mo yung definition ng mga yon, additional yon as part of the review. So composition of the board of PRB Res is 1 chairperson and 4 members. Pero currently, merong isang bakante. So, malay nyo, bagay, hindi pa tayo, yung iba, hindi pa pala tayo qualified. So, 1 chairperson and 4 members, merong isang bakante pa na pwede pang ibigay sa ibang real estate practitioner. So, 1 chairperson and 4 members. Sige. Sino kaya ang magbo-volunteer? This is a very tricky question. So, marami akong minali na ganito sa board exam kasi hindi masyado akong regressive reader eh. Hindi ko binabasa yung buong tanong. Nakita ko lang yung unang mga linya tapos hindi ko inanalyze yung pinakadulo. So, namali ako. So, maraming ganito po lumalabas sa board exam. Sino kaya ang pwede nating Sino ba tinatawag, Engineer Mike? Si Sir Efren. Sir Efren.
Ako po yung sumagot kanina sa valuer, sir.
Ayaw nga wala si Sir Efren. Sorry, Sir Efren.
Opo. Thank you po.
Kala ko si Carl Dave ang sumagot kanina. Sorry.
Opo.
Si Ma'am Roslyn. Hello, Ma'am Roslyn.
Hello po.
Can we try this?
Okay po.
Number
12. The realty service practices can be performed by juridical persons, except, I'm not sure with this. Juridical. Except A, real estate service person.
Okay, yan. Isa-isahin natin medyo tricky to eh. The real estate service practice can be performed. Sa RESA, meron silang bali 5 sinasabing practitioner. First, the real estate broker.
Yes.
Tapos, on behalf of the broker, pwede ring mag-practice ang real estate salesperson. Tapos, ang isang, sa private practice ng appraisal, ang tawag is real estate appraiser. Kapag government, ang tawag nila ay real estate assessor. At ang isa na nagpe-perform ng judgment advice, professional advice and judgment for real estate development, they call it the real estate consultant. Meaning, all of the A, B, C, and D are the ones practicing real estate, are the real estate service. Ngayon, the question is, the realty service can be performed by juridical persons except. So meaning, hindi na A, B, C, D ang sagot. Ang sagot, ito, all of the above or none of the above. Hindi na palitan. It should be F. Sinong gustong sumagot ng either all of the above ang sagot or none of the above based on the question? Maraming
Sir,
ganyan, very tricky question.
Sir, ako sir. None of the above.
None of the above.
Yes, sir.
So everyone agrees? Is it none of the above?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sige.
Yes po.
Yeah. Actually, when I first saw this question, kaya ako napansin nyo na nakalagay, letter E rin yung none of the above, di ko lang na-edit. Ang choices, all of the above. Kasi, sabi ko, parang may mali. The real estate service can be performed by all, except, parang ganun by all, except, wala namang except. So, hindi pwedeng all of the above because it can be performed by all of the above. Ang word is the except. Kaya nilagay ko yung none of the above. Mind you, maraming lumalabas na ganito sa board exam. So, ingat kayo dun sa word na except. Pag wala yung except, sigurado, dun sa unang A, B, C, and D, may isa doon na yun lang ang nagpe-perform ng juridical person. Hindi kasama dun sa real estate salesperson, broker, appraiser, or real estate consultant. Ang ilalagay nilang choices. Isa lang ang ilalagay nila dito. So, one test taking skill is you have to finish the question. Marami na po akong minali na ganito. When I took the broker exam, siguro the top 10 is 82. My score was 81. Kasi sabi ko, bakit hindi ako kasi ang tansya ko 84, 85 ako eh. Naalala ko, may mga tanong pala na yung mga except na hindi ko, sabi ko, hindi ko nabasa. Kasi regressive reader lang ako. So, you really have to finish the question. So, wag tayong magmadali. Yung 2 hours per subject per 100 item, napakabilis nun. Kasi wala namang masyadong computation. Kung may computation dyan, very basic lang, which I will also discuss with you. Okay? Number 13. Balik. Sino ang gustong sumagot ng number 13? Ma'am Marietta.
Okay, sir. The National Integrated Organization of Natural Person duly registered and licensed as a real estate service practitioner, credited in integrated professional organization, Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service, Professional Regulation Commission, Philippine Association of Real Estate Practitioner, the National Integrated Organization of Natural duly registered and licensed as real estate service practitioner. B, sir.
So, ano natin ulitin natin. The National Integrated Organization. So, isa itong organization ng mga natural persons. Mga broker ba yan? Mga broker, consultant, or appraiser. Duly registered and licensed as real estate service practitioner. So, National Integrated Organization. Sa atin, ang tawag dyan, IPO or the Accredited and Integrated Professional Organization. So may mga ano lang ngayon, kalalabas lang nung isang memo na nagbigay ng temporary parang temporary recognition kay PhilRes. PhilRes as the IPO or the Accredited and Integrated Professional Organization. Pero yun naman talaga ang originally IPO ng Real Estate Service Practitioners, ang PhilRes. Ngayon, nire-revive nila and hopefully maging PhilRes na uli ang officially ang Accredited and Integrated Professional Organization natin. So, National Integrated Organization, we call it IPO or the Accredited and Integrated Professional Organization. So, Ma'am Marieta, I'm very sure itatama mo na to sa board exam sapagkat malaki ang chance na lalabas ito.
Yes, sir.
Lumabas to during our brokers, lumabas to. So, at least may 1 point na kayo. Kasi ito yung mga tanong na no choice sila, dapat nilang ilabas kasi part of the fundamentals ito. Okay. Number 14. Si Jayan ulit. Jayan?
Hello po.
Yan, sige.
Conducts licensure examination for the practice of the real estate service profession. Po ba yan? Profession. A. Accredited and Integrated Professional Organization. B. Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. C. Professional Regulation Commission. D. Philippine Association of Real Estate Practitioners. E. None of the above. Conduct license examination. PRC po. Professional Regulation Commission.
Okay. I want you to research on this. Para at least ma-check nyo. Conducts licensure examination for the practice of real estate service. That is in the profession. It's the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. Kasi sila ang nagko-conduct for the practice of real estate, specific for real estate service. Pero tricky siya, di ba? Ang PRC kasi, siya ang regulatory commission. Pero ang nagko-conduct ng licensure examination for the practice of real estate service is the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. I-research nyo to. Kasi dapat ma-differentiate ninyo kung ano ang ginagawa ni PRC tapos compare dun sa ginagawa ng mga particular board like the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. Kasi ito for the specific practice of real estate service. Okay?
Sir, excuse po.
Sige. Hello? Sino yan?
Sir, si Julina
Gusto
po.
ko yan, mukhang may objection eh.
Sir, po. Doon po kasi sa number 7, sa PRB res na PRB res, nakalagay po ay
Number 7, no?
Opo.
Sige, balikan natin. Number 7. Okay.
Philippine
Professional.
Professional po yung tama.
Dapat professional. So, si Julina ba yun? Julina, ikaw ba yun?
Yes po, sir. Sorry.
Yan ang galing nung ano So, it should be
professional po.
Sige. It should be Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. So this is the beauty of having a review. So nangyayari ito sa board exam. Based on our experience. Halimbawa, hindi mo alam yung sagot dun sa previous question. Biglang may lilitaw na hint dun sa next question. So babalikan mo siya yon. Ang ginagawa ko, when I am not sure of the question, I normally binibilog ko siya. Yung binibilog ko, yun ang priority babalikan ko. So, good thing here, nakita ni Julina dito ang sinabi dito sa choice is the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. Sige, try nating i-Google. Stop share lang ako. Try nating i-Google. Define PRBRES. Okay. So I will share with you my screen. Oh, meron na tayong siguradong itatama sa board exam. Din sa naging nakita ni Julina. Yan. Nakikita niyo yung screen ko? Engineer Mike? Engineer Mike, kita niyo yung screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, PRBRES, ito, stands for Professional Regulatory Board Service. During my review, especially doon sa consultant, kasi because of so many things that I did, 20 days na lang yung left ko to do the review. Hindi kasi ako umattend ng classes eh. Pero natutuwa ako doon sa field center because they transferred me from something like class C up to class F. Pero ang totoo, hindi talaga ako naka-attend. Out of that supposedly, kung di ako nagkakamali, 16 sessions, 3 sessions lang. Yung 3 session na yon, puro introductory na pupunta ko. So, I normally do, nag-self-review ako within the 20 days. So, I just use Google. So, kindly take note this, dapat itatama na natin to pagdating sa board exam. It should be the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. Okay, okay po.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Sige.
Sir Joliver.
Sige. Okay.
Sir, dun sa 14 natin. Kasi 'di ba si
Sige.
PRC general po siya, lahat ng profession sa kanya dumadaan. Kaya lang yung linagay niyo pong question doon is real estate. So tama po na ang sagot talaga is Professional Regulatory Board for Real Estate Service. Kasi dahil ang keyword po doon is real estate po.
Yeah, exactly. Kaya ang sagot talaga doon yung yung doon sa real estate service.
Opo.
Yung PRBRES.
Opo.
Saglit lang medyo nag-error ulit yung pag-share ko ng screen. I'm sharing my screen.
Share niyo ulit, sir.
Oo nga from
Yan,
paano
okay na
ba?
po. Okay na.
Na-share ko siya kaya lang hindi ko ma-play yung slide. Saglit lang po try ko lang i-play. Naka-play kasi. Sorry. Ulitin ko lang. Yan. So, tama yung sabi ni Sir kanina. It's the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. Okay? The minimum educational requirement for an applicant for a real estate broker license is, yung sasagot nito. Si Angie, si Donna. Donna, sige. Ano sagot dito, Donna? Hello, Donna. Na-disconnect ba ako? Engineer Mike, na-disconnect ba ako?
Hindi, sir. Okay, sir. Naririnig kayo. Baka...
Ay, naka-unmute po pala.
Sige. Sige.
The minimum educational requirement for an applicant for a real estate broker license is a holder of PSREM degree. Ngayon pong
kasi kami inaabot lang kami nung 120 units lang na sa seminar lang kami. Tapos pwede na kaming mag-board exam as long as you are a degree holder. Pero ngayon hindi na po pwede. So before you can take the real estate broker and real estate appraiser, you need to be a graduate of PSREM. Tapos, before ka makapag-take ng real estate consultant, dapat REM ka rin. Tapos, minimum 5 years na appraiser ka or 10 years na broker ka. So, ito lalabas to. So definitely, hindi naman pwedeng hindi lumabas to. Itong number 15 na to. So, number 16. Sino sasagot sa number 16? Si Patrice nandiyan na-disconnect ba? Nandiyan pa ba si Patrice? Parang na-disconnect siya.
Wala na, sir.
Si Pamela na lang. Hi, Pam. Ikaw ulit. Hi, Pam. Wala si Pam. Si Jayan kaya. Jayan, are you still there?
Hello po.
Yan. Ikaw ulit.
Sige po. The National Integrated Organization of Natural Person duly registered and licensed as real estate practitioner. Letter A, Philippine Association of Real Estate Practitioner. B, Philippine Realtors Board. C, Philippine Regulation Commission. D, Accredited and Integrated Professional Organization. E, all of the above. The National Integrated Organization would be letter D po, Accredited and Integrated Professional Organization. Ay, nakamute po yata kayo po.
Ano yung napansin mo, Jayan?
National Integrated Organization po.
So, di ba tinanong na to kanina? Na ulit?
Opo.
So, ganito natin i-design yung refresher course natin. Kasi, may mga paulit-ulit na mga tanong. Kahit yung mga review center, they're doing it, mga ganyang strategy na paulit-ulit because they believe yun ang mga lumalabas. So, gagawin din natin to along our course. Minsan, irarambol lang yung mga choices or babaguhin lang ng konti yung tanong. So, you can see the different form of the questions, the question and answers. The more na paulit-ulit kasi siyang nakikita ng mata natin, the more na matatandaan natin siya. Parang kanina, yung ni-raise ni Jolina, hindi na niya makakalimutan yon, yung Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. Kasi ni-raise niya ngayon. So these are based on our experience na mas nare-retain. Kasi sa sobrang dami ng reviewer, especially yung sinabi kanina ni Ma'am Marieta, mahirap talaga magsimula. Ano ba yung sisimulan ko? So definitely, you cannot intake everything. Pero something that is repeat, paulit-ulit na nakikita natin sa mga mata natin, that is a retention for us. I have this classmate na broker. He was the during our, kasi di ba pag nag-review class, meron kaming mga sample, meron kaming mga sample quizzes, sample exams. Alam nyo, siya ang laging isa sa mga lowest score. Our classmate. Kasi nakita namin, happy-go-lucky lang kasi yung classmate namin na yun. Ngingiti-ngiti lang. Pero nung lumabas yung resulta namin ng broker's exam, nasa 80 plus lang din, nasa 80 plus din ang score niya. Nabigla yung iba naming mga kasama. Ang taas ng score mo. Kasi sila, ang score nila 78, 77, 79. Isa yung ibang classmate namin na yon, matataas din ang score nila during the mock exam. Tsaka yung mga sample quizzes namin. Kasi itong classmate namin na to, dahil puro siya mali during the sample quizzes and sample mock exam, na-retain sa kanya yung mga minali niya. Nagkataon during the board exam, yung mga minali niya, yun ang mga lumabas sa board exam. At yun yung iba rin na nire-review namin na paulit-ulit na lumalabas. So, it's very important na may mga questions na paulit-ulit. So, more likely than not, you will never forget it on our board exam. So, konti na lang. Si Ma'am Marieta ulit. Ma'am Marieta?
Nakamute pala ako. What should
Sige,
be
ma'am.
indicated by the broker in his letterhead, dry seal, signboard, advertisement, or other announcement in relation to real estate practice? What should be indicated? Practice of the property, address of the owner, PTR number, license number, house number. License number, sir.
Yeah, license number. Ideally, dapat ganyan. Ideally, meron din tayong seal. Pero currently kasi, wala pa tayong mga pinipirmahan document as real estate broker. Pero sa letterhead, dapat nandun yung license number, sa mga advertisement natin. So that's the most important thing, our license number.
Sir, thank you.
Ngayon nga, pinapalagay din yung DHSUD number eh. Pero normally, pag sa board exam yan ang tinatanong. So yung license number na yan.
Sir
Lumabas
Jolly,
yan sa board exam. And during our time, as far as I remember. So let's have si
Sir
Denayan.
Jolly,
Ay,
pwede-
si Denayan.
Sir,
Hello?
sorry. Opo. Sir, pasuyo nung 16, nagtimpla kasi ako ng coffee. Yung kahit yung sagot
Ay.
lang po.
Ay, sige.
Oh,
License
sorry,
number.
sir.
Don't you
Pwede sa
worry,
yung 16?
meron tayong video nito para paulit-ulit. So, pati yung naging discussion natin nito, i-compile namin, i-video namin. Dapat yung panoorin, pag wala kayong ginagawa, imbis na, kunyari, nagda-drive kayo or nasa sasakyan kayo, papanoorin nyo lang. We will put it in the jolibermapiles.com. We will give you access para madali nyo ma-review. Pero maganda rin, mag-take note na rin kayo. Yan, under balance. Si Pamela kaya? Pamela? Ako, hindi yata tayo naririnig ni Pamela. Parang nakabalik na si ano. Nag-21 tayo ulit eh. Si Sir Paulo ulit. Sir Paulo.
Okay, sir. Number 18.
Sige, sir.
Real estate broker must not encourage the following act when with a sale transaction to help the client reduce costs.
Yeah. Natawa ka. Ba't natawa ka, sir? Sir Paulo.
Hindi mapigilan, sir eh. Letter A, undervalue the amount in the deed of sale.
Mamaya explain ko ba't natawa si Sir Paulo ah.
Letter A, sir. Sure ako dyan.
To those sa nag-aaral, hindi pa kaya natawa si Sir Paulo. It's a practice. Naging practice kasi ng mga broker, which is wrong, na para mababa yung mga taxes. Kasi di ba, ang basis of taxes, ito lalabas to sa board exam, tandaan niyo. Ano ba ang basis ng taxes? Kunyari, capital gains, the documentary stamp tax, the transfer tax. So, ano ba yung mga basis nito? Ang basis niyan is the market value or the sale price or the zonal value or the assessed value, whichever is higher. So ngayon, halimbawa, ang lupa is 7,000 per square meter according to the BIR or the zonal value. So tandaan niyo yan ha. Ang zonal value galing kay BIR. Ang assessed value galing kay assessor sa local government unit. At ang another value, yung market value, yun yung based sa deed of absolute sale. So ngayon, whichever is higher will be the basis of taxes. Halimbawa, yan, kanina 7,000 per square. O kaya sabihin natin ang kabuang value ng lupa based sa sale is 1 million. Based naman sa zonal value ni BIR, ang value lang ng lupa is 700,000. Based sa assessed value, which normally ang pinakamababa yan, nasa 200,000 lang. Ang magiging basis of taxes will be the 1 million. Kasi ang condition doon, whichever is higher. Bakit natawa si Sir Christian? Kasi nagiging practice na, "Oy, para mababa yung babayaran kong tax, dalawang deed of sale tayo. Isang actual deed of sale at saka isang deed of sale na almost equivalent ng zonal value." Kasi normally, mas mataas ang sale price kaysa sa nakasulat sa zonal value. Pero para mababa yung tax, binabase na lang nila sa kung ano yung zonal value sa area. So ang tanong dito, real estate broker must not encourage. So napansin nyo, must not. So ang based sa choices, ang titingnan nyo lang yung negative. Kasi yung pay the taxes on sale, yung letter A, positive yon. Register immediately the sale with the registry of deeds or the ROD, positive yon. Pay the proper taxes on time, that is positive. Pay to BIR where the property is located, that is positive. So ang negative lang dito, undervalued the amount, which is a wrong practice. Kaya ito lumabas sa board exam, believe me. Itong tanong na to.
Sir
So most
Joliver,
likely. Yes, sir.
kasama ba sa oath-taking yan?
Kasama sa OT. Kasama sa ano yan, Code of Ethics. So, yeah, do not undervalue. Yung mga nagpa-practice kasi, naririnig kasi ito sa mga client. Ang client, pwede ba para mababa na lang yung tax ko? I-undervalue na lang. So, let's take note of this question. So, malaki ang chance na lumabas ito sa board exam. Okay. Sino kaya ang pwedeng sumagot nito? Si Sir Julian, hindi ko pa narinig eh. Sir Julian? Sir Julian? Mukhang...
Sir Carl, sir. Carl Dave Aldea.
Sige, Sir. Although hindi ba mag-exam si Sir Carl? Sir Carl, pwede mo pakibasa to for us?
Sure po, sir. The following acts are unethical except letter A, delaying submission of formal offer that he had received from a prospective buyer in the hope of securing higher offer. Letter B, keeping a special bank account separate and distinct from his own funds for all monies received in trust for other persons such as client money and similar items. Letter C, disclosing the client confidential personal information to a fellow broker in order to facilitate the sale of the client. And letter D, encouraging the parties to a sale to indicate a consideration lower than the actual selling price.
Sige.
Alam ko, sir, na-exam na namin, na-test na namin to, sir.
Na-exam nyo rin? O, ibig sabihin yung mga professor ninyo, may mga reviewers din.
Yes po, sir. Feel ko...
Sige, i-analyze mo yung tanong. Unethical except. Ibig sabihin, lahat unethical, isa lang ang hindi unethical. O so, isa lang ang tama dito, isa lang ang positive dito. Sige.
Feel ko, sir, yung letter C. Feel ko lang.
Letter?
C. Alam ko yun yung sagot ko dati. Di ko alam kung tama nga lang, sir, o mali.
Letter C ang sagot mo?
Yes po.
Sige, sige. Isa-isahin natin. So, the following acts are unethical. Except. So, ibig sabihin, ang tinatanong sa number 19, ano yung ethical? Lahat unethical, isa lang ang hindi unethical. So, isa lang ang ethical, ibig sabihin. Isa lang yung positive. So, isa-isahin natin. Delaying submission of formal offer that he had received from a prospective buyer in the hope of securing a higher offer. So, dun pa lang, ang ano niya, negative na ang dating, di ba? So, definitely, hindi siya positive. So, mali na yung number 1 because it's unethical unethical act. Number 2, keeping a special bank account separate and distinct from his own funds. Mukhang positibo. For all monies received in trust for other persons such as clients, money, and similar items. So, dito pa lang parang positive siya. So, pero hindi mo muna siya iti-take na siya na ang tamang sagot. So, parang siya ang sagot. Di ba? Letter B. Basahin mo pa rin yung letter C and D. Ito, disclosing the client confidential information to a fellow broker. Remember, meron tayong Data Privacy Act. We cannot disclose information of one person to another person unless meron siyang consent. Otherwise, we are violating the Data Privacy Act. Kaya ang totoo, kahit yung mga accreditation form namin sa Mapiles Realty, nilalagyan na rin namin ng provision for the Data Privacy Act. So, at least, Carl, itatama mo na sa susunod. Kasi disclosing client confidential information is not ethical. It's unethical. So most likely, letter C, hindi siya sagot. Letter D, encouraging the parties to a sale indicate a consideration lower than the actual selling price. Ito yung tanong dun sa number 18. Ina-undervalue mo yung actual selling price for the purpose of lower taxes. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng letter D. Kaya, ang sagot is letter B. Okay ba, Carl?
Yes po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Ako nung nagre-review ako, gusto ko yung unang exam marami akong mali. Kasi nakasampu ako nakasampu akong board exam. Nung mga pang-6, pang-7, gusto ko, ang unang exam ko marami kong mali. Kasi based sa experience ko, yung mga minali ko, yun ang mga tinatama ko during the board exam. Kasi yun ang mga inuulit-ulit mo. So, ingat kayo mga kasama sa mga questions na ganito. Maraming ganito, especially sa doon sa Code of Ethics, positive, negative, ethical, and not ethical. The unethical and the ethical question. Siguro hindi bababa ng mga 5 hanggang 7 questions ang mga klase ng mga ganitong tanong. So, the positive and the negative questions and the positive and negative answers. So, pag positive, lahat, yung titingnan mo lang, batibot lang sino o kaya alin ang naiba. So, you really just have to read it closely. Minsan, regressive reader lang tayo. Kala natin, mukhang tama naman. Pero kapag winord forward mo, makikita mo, ito negative pala. So, we really have to practice the skills on how to differentiate the negative to positive or the positive to negative. Maraming mga ganyan na tanong sa board exam. Normally, yan ang mga yan na yan nagse-separate between the top notcher and the non-top notcher. Yung mga ganyang question. Plus, yung mga trivia questions. So, dapat, na tayo dito, very maingat tayo. Anyway, as we go along with the 3,000 questions, hopefully, we can finish the 3,000 questions. I will share with you my actual experience kapag na-encounter ko yung mga ganong tanong. Okay? Si Jolina, can you read this? Number 20. 5 na lang nito after nito. Na tayo? We call it a day. We check up pa ako ngayon
Renewal of professional ID card of RESP.
Ano muna ang RESP?
Real estate.
Real estate service practitioner.
Okay. A, every year. B, 2 years. C, 3 years. D, 4 years. E, 5 years. 3 years po.
3 years. Pero hopefully, parang maging passport na rin siya 10 years. Pero 3 years pa lang currently. Nakakapagod Every 3 years magpapa-renew ka. Pero dapat talaga na yan Parang passport na every 10 years na. Yung iba kong license, the most important license to me is the broker. So yun lang ang lagi kong nire-renew ang aking broker's license. Kasi ano mo yun sa PRC tapos sa DHSUD. Si Si Mucha, si Angelo. Angelo, andiyan ka pa? Naku, wala ata si ano na lang, si Miss Christine, although hindi pa siya mag-exam, si Miss Christine pare. Yan.
Real estate service practitioner consists of the following except A. Real estate salesperson, B. Real estate assessor, C. Real estate appraiser, D. Real estate broker, E. Real estate dealer. So sabi po doon except. So lahat naman po nung nauna is nabanggit kanina. So I
The
think
answer is?
yung dealer po.
Yeah, dealer. Ang kino-consider based on the Real Estate Service Act, the real estate service practitioner, real estate broker, tapos on behalf of the broker na pwedeng mag-practice is the real estate salesperson. The real estate appraiser, pag government siya, unit, ang tawag sa kanila, real estate assessor. Ang hindi lang isang binanggit dito, real estate consultant. So 5 yung binanggit sa RESALO na real estate practitioner. Tapos, so tama yung pag-analyze ni Christine. So the answer is letter E. Real estate dealer. Okay. Si Ma'am Marieta ulit. Ma'am Marieta.
Okay, sir. Okay po.
Kasi gusto kita mag-top notcher. Lagi kita tinatawag eh.
Sir, gusto ko yan. Gusto ko yan.
Ayan, pa number 22.
Act as agent of a party in real estate transaction to offer, solicit, list, promote, mediate, negotiate, or effect the meeting of the mind on the sale, purchase, exchange, mortgage, lease, or joint venture, or other similar transaction in real estate or any interest therein. Real estate broker, sir, inulit lang.
So mapapansin nyo, ang term dito, meeting of the minds on the sale, purchase, di ba? Exchange. So technically, a broker is an agent. Another agent of sale is the salesperson who in behalf of the broker is doing the transaction. So at least alam na natin ang differentiation ng broker and real estate salesperson. Tandaan nyo tong 5 to. Kung hindi man tong lahat ng 5 na to, 4 dyan, siguradong lalabas sa board exam. So meron na kayong automatic na 4 right answers. So 1% of 400. So meron na kayong 1%. Sa tanong pa lang ng number 22 na yan. So may 1% na kayo. May 4 sure answers na kayo. Pag naalaman nyo yung differentiation ng 5 na yan. So si Jayan ulit. Jayan.
Hello po.
Yan. Pakibasa.
Ayan. Okay po. Number 23, the best evidence of ownership is letter A, tax declaration, B, torrent title, C, technical description, D, vicinity map, E, none of the above. B po, torrent title.
Yeah. Kasi di ba ngayon may mga nagbebenta ng lupa, tax deck lang. At sa tax deck lang, naka-mother title, papa-tituluhan. So, it's not the best evidence of ownership. It's the torrents title. Hanapin nyo muna yung title. Andyan ba yung title? Hindi rin pwedeng vicinity map lang. Ituturo ko, katabi namin to, katabi namin, yun ang amin. So, the best evidence is the torrents title. Diba? The torrents title. The technical description is just a part of the title. So it's not the evidence of ownership, yung technical description. The technical description only describes the exact location, the absolute location ng ano natin, ng property natin. Pero hindi siya evidence of ownership. So yung vicinity map, yun yung mga katabi mo, that's basically the concept of the vicinity map. In tax declaration kasi yung mga binabayad na ano yan eh. Kunyari, nagbabayad ka lang for the sake, pero wala pang title. Inaalaw ko sa iyo tax declaration muna, then eventually papatituluhan. Pero that's not the best evidence of ownership.
Pero sir, pero dapat lagi po ano yun, di ba? Lagi po silang magkasama.
Dapat technically ganon kasi may mga property, di ba, na hindi pa siya naka-title pero i-declare nila sa assessor. Tapos babayaran nila yung tax declaration. Yun ang magiging basis. Oh, nakatira na ako dito for in good faith 30 years. In bad faith, kung bad faith 30 years tapos yung 10 years parang siya na, tapos eventually ipo-process yung titling. So
Opo,
yun ang
yung free
mangyayari.
patent sir. Kasi may na-encounter po kung ganyan. Yung free patent.
So parang ano muna, tax deck muna, no?
Opo. Tapos
Pero the
10
best
years,
evidence pa rin is the title. Kumbaga,
Opo.
sa'yo na talaga siya. Kasi yung pag-tax deck pa lang, on the process pa lang.
Opo.
Yeah. Sige. At least natututo tayo. Tama yan na sa mga lalo sa mga kasama namin nagpa-practice na along the review kung may masishare kayo kagaya ng shinare ni Sir para at least mas maintindihan ng mga estudyante natin. Kasi I know the actual work is different from the academic. Ngayon, ano muna tayo? Academic mode. Kasi no choice tayo. We really have to top the board exam. So, pag-aaralan ng academic side. Pero kung meron kayong ma-share na actual experience for us to deeply understand what is the concept behind these questions, then we would love to hear that para at least mas matatak sa isip at sa puso ng mga, lalo na ng mga estudyante natin. Para pagdating sa board exam, alam mo na siya kahit paano pa ikutin yung tanong. Ito, it's more of the definition of term, pero lumalabas ito sa board exam. Lumalabas ito. Si Sir Perseus na lang. Sir Perseus, gusto ko itama ni Sir Perseus sa board exam Kasi paulit-ulit ko nababasa yung review, simula ng broker ako, paulit-ulit ko nababasa yan. Kasi yan part ng ano yan yung sa fundamentals ng property ownership. Sir Perseus?
Doctrine which reserve to the state the full ownership of all natural resources or natural wealth that may be found in the bowels of the earth. Hindi ko alam, sir. Doctrine lang, Regalian doctrine na lang.
Yeah. That's Regalian doctrine. Sige, to give you a perspective, let's Google ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng Regalian doctrine. Tapos i-break down natin ano ang sinasabi dito. So, define Regalian doctrine. The second common and fundamental principle underlying domestic land laws is the Regalian doctrine, which holds that all lands belong to the state. So ito yung keyword niya. Holds that all lands belong to the state. So balikan natin yung tanong. Doctrine which reserved to the state the full ownership. So dun pa lang, parehas na yung sinasabi nila. Magkaiba lang ang phrasing niya. So ulitin ko, sabi dito sa definition, holds that all lands belong to the state. Dito naman, reserved to the state the full ownership. So, ang sagot is Regalian doctrine. Mas malaki ang chance kasi paulit-ulit kong nababasa ito sa mga reviewer, itong Regalian doctrine. I guess when in our broker exam lumabas to, noong 2013 if I'm not mistaken, Regalian doctrine. And the last question, ano na natin? Ayun,
Sir Joliver, sorry, pasensya na po. Mag-interrupt lang ako ulit. Sir, may na-encounter kasi akong, before kasi nagkaroon ng ganyan, which is the torrent system during the time of Marcos, meron akong na-encounter na 04-1 title, which is Rodriguez Estate.
The Rodriguez Estate, na kiniklaim nila, halos silang may-ari ng halos buong Pilipinas.
Opo.
Hindi ko lang sure pero alam ko during the presidential decree ni Marcos, naglabas siya, binigyan niya sila ng mga deadline. In fact, merong akong kaibigan sa kanila naman yung isang portion, mga portion naman dito sa sa Quezon and
Opo.
sa Bulacan. So parang counterpart naman ng mga Rodriguez. In fact, para sa sa kaalaman ng lalo na yung mga bago, yung tinatawag na Rodriguez State, yung 04-1 ba?
Opo, 04-1.
04-1, parang sinasabi doon, ang nagmamay-ari ng halos buong Pilipinas, mga Rodriguez. Kaya hanggang ngayon may kasuhan eh. If we will follow that, magugulo ang torrents title ng Pilipinas. Kasi, syempre, sa Maynila, na-subdivide na yan, ang dami ng developer na nag-develop. So, magugulo kung tutuusin yun. Kaya lang, parang meron silang pinapakita na Supreme Court decision. Tama ba, sir?
Opo.
Anyway,
Pasensya na sir, nagtanong ko lang.
Trivia lang sa iba. Meron kasing 04-1. Yung parang that's the mother of all titles. Parang gano'n.
Opo. And according to them po, the Rodriguez heirs, they have the rights to cancel. All the titles.
Bakit ko alam? Because we have this subdivision project na tinulungan ko yung mga developer. Pumunta yung mga kuno na agent ng dahil kasi medyo napabayaan yung subdivision, kinakamkam nila yung subdivision. Isa lang ang sabi ko sa kanila. If you want to prove your ownership to this, you are questioning the process of the LGU, the HLURB, the DNR, the DAR, lahat ng dinaanan nito parang kinwestiyon mo na mali ang desisyon ng gobyerno. So, wala rin nangyari kasi it's a long process. Pero totoo yun, may mga ganong claim sa 04-1, tama? 04-1.
04-1.
Sige. Parang sila may full ownership, no?
Opo.
Anyway, at least may side trivia lang sa mga kasama natin. So number 20, okay, sir, ikaw na rin sumagot dito, number 25.
Right to the estate to enact laws and enforce them for the safety, order, health, morals, and general welfare of the public. Cheat, police power, zoning, eminent domain, taxation. Safety.
Anong sagot, sir?
Hindi ko alam, sir.
Ayan. Safety, order. Sino nagbibigay ng safety, order?
DHSUD, police power.
Police power. I want you to research the definition of all these choices. Lumalabas ito sa board exam, halos itong 5 ito. So ano ang meaning ng taxation? Taxation, yung pagli-levy, di ba? Yung eminent domain, yung parang ang gobyerno, pwede niyang, kunyari, walang right of way, through the power of eminent domain, i-exercise yun ng gobyerno para gumawa ng right of way. Parang nangyari dito sa amin, yung barangay namin dito, wala kasi kaming daan. Binuksan nung kapatid ko, yung binuksan niya yung property, gumawa talaga siya ng daan, dinimanda sila. Silang dalawa ng mayor. Pero they insist the power of eminent domain. Zoning, yun yung sa pagla-land use. So you really have to check the definition of these 5. Kasi kung hindi man itong 5, at least 2 o 3 diyan lalabas sa board exam. Cheat, police power, zoning, eminent domain, and the taxation. Okay? So, i-recap lang natin para lang bago tayo matapos. Bilisan ko lang. A duly registered and licensed natural person who works in local government. So that is assessor. So the term is the keyword is the local government that performs government unit that performs appraisal. So real estate assessor. A duly registered and licensed natural person who for a professional fee compensation or other valuable consideration, offers or renders professional advice and judgment. So dun pa lang advice and judgment, automatic na yon real estate consultant. Duly accredited natural persons who perform service for in behalf of real estate broker. So that is real estate salesperson. A duly registered and licensed natural person who for a professional fee, commission, or other valuable consideration act as an agent in real estate transaction. That is a real estate broker. A duly registered and licensed natural person who for a professional fee, compensation, or other, performs, renders, or offers, performs services in estimating and arriving at an opinion or act as an expert on real estate values. That's an appraiser. In corporate practice of real estate service, there shall be one licensed broker every 20 accredited salespersons. What is PRB res? So, kinorek ka natin kanina. It should be the, ano nga kasi yun, Jelina? Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. Yun ang meaning ng PRB res. Who is the chairperson of PRB res? Ms. Ofelia Binag. Refers to any natural or juridical person engaged in the business of developing real estate development. So this is real estate developer. Refers to an official in the government unit who performs appraisal. So that is assessor. Composition of the PRB board, of the board of PRB res, 1 chairperson and 4 members. The realty service practice can be performed by juridical person except, so inanalyze natin kanina, except none of the above. The National Integrated Organization of Natural Persons, this is the Accredited and Integrated Professional Organization or IPO. Number 14, conducts licensure examination for the practice of real estate service profession. That is the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. The minimum educational requirement, dapat holder ng BS-REM to take the broker's licensure examination. The National Integrated Organization, naulit lang, ibang ano lang ng pagtatanong, ibang form, Accredited Integrated Professional Organization. What should be indicated by the broker in the letterhead? That is the license number. Real estate broker must not encourage to reduce costs sa kanilang transaction, yung undervalue the amount of deed of sale. The following act are ethical except. So, in-explain natin kanina, ang ethical lang dyan itong letter B. Renewal of professional ID of real estate service practitioners every 3 years. Real estate service practitioners consist of the following except. So, walang dealer sa Real Estate Service Act na tinutukoy. Then, act as an agent that promotes, mediate, negotiate, or effect the meeting of the minds of on the sale. So, broker. So, another form lang ng question about broker. Yung kanina, a duly licensed natural or juridical natural person na nag-effect ng sale, broker yon. So dito ang term na ginamit niya, act as agent of a party. The best evidence of property ownership is Torrens title. The doctrine which reserved to the state the full ownership. Kanina binasa natin, holds the full ownership to the state is the Regalian doctrine. And the right to enact laws and enforce them for the safety, order, and health, morals, and general welfare of the public, that is the police power. Okay, that's it for today's 25 over 3,000. Kasi kaya gagawin ko 3,000, I want it to overkill. Siyempre, pag nakabisado natin yung 3,000, imposible hindi natin masasagot yung 400. And I'm confident at least 80% to 85% of the question manggagaling lang dun sa 3,000 yon. Kasi out of the 3,000, 400 lang most likely ang board exam. So kumbaga masyado na tayong malaki ang leeway. Masyado nang malaki yung allowances natin for the exam. So antabay lang kayo. We are reviewing pa, proofreading pa kasi hindi ko na proofread lahat. yung ating mga reviewer, pero eventually our goal is to hit 3,000. So baka meron pa kayong tanong. So as promised, i-edit lang namin ni Engineer Mike ito. We will put it in a YouTube na magkakaroon kayo ng access. Siyempre, it's an access exclusively for you. Pero kung meron kayong kakilala na gustong mag-attend, we would love to. We are still open sa kanila. You can encourage them to join us. And I'm confident, sigurado, either, dalawa lang damang bagay. Either you are a top-notcher or you will pass the board exam. Walang babagsak. I'm very confident walang babagsak sa atin if we do it this way. And bago tayo matapos, yung advice ko, you attend kung ano man yung review sessions ninyo. Magbasa kayo if you have the materials. Especially sa yung mga nagre-review sa Phil Center, may ibibigay silang libro sa inyo. So, read that. Eventually, yung ibang review centers, medyo lang kasi, medyo maingat lang ako pagdating sa mga materials ng, kunyari yung mga libro nila. Kasi magkaiba lang kami ng mentality. Pero naintindihan ko sila because pinagpagura nila yon. That is for them. Pero at least yung mga question and answer, this is compilation naman. Kahit sila may mga compilation sila. So, walang proprietary ownership. Tayo naman nirarambol natin. Pero kung ano man yung materials ninyo, make sure to read that. Pag meron kayong mga questions, you can message me. Hindi ko lang siguro lahat agad masasagot. Especially now, we're going in different provinces of the country. So this month, I'm going to 4 provinces. Pero I will make it a point and make sure na mag-guide ko kayo hanggang matapos natin yung 3,000. Whatever it takes, the 3,000. Kung kailangang mag-aral tayo ng laging madaling araw, we will do. So pagpasensyahan nyo na, alas 5 tayo lagi. Dahil para hindi rin tayo mag-intervene dun sa other activity natin. Okay? Power morning and thank you everyone.